Hey guys, welcome to another English commentary by Diggity. Unfortunately, I've also seen this match. I had another glitch with my narration, lost all of it right at the end. So I know I've seen this entire match, I've seen the entire progression. So I'll try to comment as best I can, knowing that this is MSL Season 3, Game 2 in Group C. This is Light versus Lucifer, and it's on the map Loki II. And as you see, just kind of random type going in by Light. I hope that's good luck, have fun, etc. Interesting matchup. Light is a very good Terran player. He's very solid. I wouldn't call him top tier, but I would call him good. He's definitely not subpar. I think he's capable of beating better players. He's capable of beating Go Rush and Jaedong and Bisu in single matches, but in sets I don't know if he can take them. But he is a very solid player. I wouldn't put him in the top 5 of Terran. Really, I don't think he's as good as Firebat Hero, let's say, but a very good player. He's starting in that bottom left-hand corner about the 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock position, and I'm going to say he's white, even though it looks like kind of a pale yellow. Lucifer is in green at that 2 o'clock position. Looks like he's sending out an early probe, maybe for some cheese. Lucifer is a hard guy to kind of get a grasp of, just because he beat Zelos and he beat Shiaz, and both those players are very inconsistent in their play. That's interesting. Lucifer going down with that early probe. Usually if you're going to do a proxy or some sort of cheese with a proxy build, you don't build that pylon right next to your base, you build the pylon out in the field, just so you can get the quick production out. Looks like instead he's building that pylon in the base, which either suggests that he's going to not fully be dedicated to the proxy, or he's up to something else. And there we see it right there. He puts down the Protoss Assimilator. I really like that move. It's a solid move. It's a very aggressive move. Basically what he's doing is he's making sure that Light can't tech up immediately. Light just got his barracks down. Usually what you'll see is barracks and then immediately refinery, almost building simultaneously. I wouldn't fault Light on that. I don't think he expected to get a probe in his base that quickly. Really, I don't know why more Protoss players don't do this more often. Really, the key of Protoss Terran matchup is that early gas, is getting that tech up quickly, getting siege tanks and mines with vultures out in the field. In the meantime, stealing a little bit of gas and harassing. Looks like he's staking out that protected natural. Really good play on Lucifer's part. He's basically made sure that Light can't go early tech. He's delayed with that tech because of that assimilator. And in the meantime, he's going for his own natural expansion early, basically confident in the fact that he's not going to see tanks, he's not going to see siege tech for a while, so he's not going to have an aggressive attack on his base for quite some time. In the meantime, looks like Light is doing some scouting of his own. He's probably going to see that second expansion, but really there's not a ton he can do about it. Really, you don't want to send early Marines up against Protoss players just because Zealots are just fierce units. Lucifer, again, he's just hard. He's a hard player to get a lock on. I don't think he's played a ton of games. I do know he's beaten Zelos. I do know he's beaten Shiaz. But those two players, they're just so up and down. They're really good, they're awesome half the time, and then the other half the time they're just getting beaten by no-names and really playing below their potential. So the question is he really fantastic? Was he playing them in solid matches, or did he catch both of those players on off days? In the meantime, looks like he's going for double gateway, which is a really solid mover. My guess is he's gonna, or I should say, he is kind of promoting ground here, going with that assimilator. It's going with those 2 gateways. He's kind of showing to Light, with that SCV still in his base, that really he's dedicated to tech. In the meantime, Light is blocking off the ramp to his base. He's going with that factory. We'll see how he counters this. He already knows he's behind he's behind a little bit technologically. He's behind economically, definitely at this point. Probe's already out for Lucifer at this point. A probe out, basically just kind of gauging the situation, making sure that Light hasn't gone that expansion. He just wanted to kind of get a spot there, I think. And I think what Lucifer is going to do here, or I should say what Lucifer is kind of showing, is that he's going early units, and then as soon as he has a decent amount of production out, it looks like he's trying to wait though. He doesn't want to reveal what exactly he's doing to Lucifer, so he's going to try to take that SCV out before he makes his next move. In the meantime, that protected expansion going down, or that unprotected expansion going down for Light, You'll see that a lot with Terran players going for the unprotected expansion instead of the protected expansion. The protected expansion being just to the north of Light's base. That's the protected expansion right there of Lucifer's base. And I think they do that just because it's easier to protect as Terran with siege tech. So when you're decently on your way to siege tech, you can just kind of plant some tanks on that ridge. They give decent coverage, and then you just have a couple spider mines cover things. In the meantime, looks like there's kind of a Dragoon build going for Lucifer. Lucifer honestly has a lot of resources in the bank, and he hasn't spent them, would be my guess, because you only see a handful of zealots. No additional gateways have gone down yet. I don't know what he's planning on, just kind of... In the meantime, yeah, it looks like Light is staking out another expansion. He's going to try to push that economic advantage while Lucifer is kind of sitting basically on the resources he has. Looks like he finally got that SCV out of his base. Now we'll see probably him doing what his long-term strategy is. That extra expansion going down for Light, that's a really smart maneuver. He knows he's denied the scout to Lucifer. Lucifer's not going to have a scout in his base for a good long time. So he can just basically adjust it, and he knows Lucifer hasn't really spent that res in the meantime. He can float the barrack over the secondary, and maybe I wouldn't. He's not going to float it into the main base with Dragoons out in the field, which he knows. Spider Mine's up for Light, so Light can easily defend this expansion, even if Lucifer has gone quick tech. In the meantime, looks like Lucifer did want to push that tech. Smart maneuver on Light. He's not going to... Basically, what Lucifer's doing here is he's trying to push these zealots up just to take as many mines down as possible, so he can push in with his Dragoons that are coming up here. But Light is doing a good job making sure as soon as a single zealot is hit by a single mine, he goes and gets that single attack in, killing the zealot, so a single zealot can't take down two mines. Looks like two vultures managed to sneak by the forces of Lucifer. He's gonna the forces of Lucifer. He's sneaking around and probably gonna go for a quick probe hit. In the meantime, looks like Lucifer is going for that secondary as well. Those Dragoons in the meantime just have to hold their position, knowing that there's several mines out in the field. Mines, that's very clever on Light's part. He's taking those vultures around, planting mines as he's going behind those. That bunker's down, but it doesn't have... the Marines aren't range upgraded, but it's not going to make a difference. He's able to repair that decently. Bad maneuver on Lucifer for that. They're getting hit, seriously damaging both Dragoons with that mine. He had a tank out with that tank in that bunker. It's an easy defend. But I really like how he left those mines out in the field just for Lucifer to stumble across. Lucifer doesn't have the early observatory, so it's going to cost him. He takes a little bit of a hit there, takes a full hit and loses a Dragoon there. He's going to take another hit here, loses two Dragoons with those mines, so those vultures that were just wandering out in the field have served their purpose. In the meantime, a damaged vulture has managed to get by Light. Good job on Light getting that scout, and he knows exactly what tech that Lucifer has at this point. He's managed to get in, take down a probe, get a good spot on the base with just a sliver of health left. That's really important. Two Dragoons attacking that barracks now. Looks like an armory up for Light. Light is expecting drop after seeing that robotics facility. He's in the meantime going to go for the academy and rely on Comsat to get his technical information from here. The engineering bay's up. He's putting down turrets. It looks like he really does not want to get dropped, but instead of going drop, it looks like that observatory is going up for Lucifer, and really you might say that Light has kind of forced him into that position with the mine placement. Really, I think Lucifer was expecting Light to continue with the vultures and just mine his entire base up, but it looks like at the moment, instead, Light has gone just straight into Goliath. He doesn't want to deal with the drop. He wants to be able to repel a drop easily, and then just push into Lucifer's base. He's getting the starport now, so he's going to get a drop. He's probably going to go. He's building that drop, most likely to go for a drop on the unprotected natural. While there aren't a lot of backup forces for Lucifer. Lucifer, in the meantime, it's kind of tied here. You've got an even 3-3 production. Lucifer has built some extra gateways. He's just starting to pump Dragoons. Looks like he's dedicated Dragoons. He has that Citadel of Adun, which suggests... but also he's got that Stargate, which suggests he's going to go for carriers, but that